We begin tonight with a thrilling match at Dallas Stadium. Egypt beat Australia, the nation's first ever win in a knockout round. Let's bring in Cynthia and Joe at Texas Live. Guys, my wife and son were inside the stadium watching that match. Boy, they got to see a great one.
Oh my gosh, Chris, what an emotional day it has been here in Arlington. Egypt is living the dream after eliminating Australia at Dallas Stadium. And Joe, you were there for all the action.
You know, there was so much at stake for this game and national pride. It was about more than soccer, Izzy. I mean, these fans were so engaged in this game, and some of them are engaging in a lot of fun activities after the game, that is for sure. The red of Egypt, yeah, they're having fun, and you can hear the crowd behind us. They're living on a prayer and then some. As we take a look at some of the images from the game, it was an interesting game because Egypt jumped out early in this one. In the 13th minute, they took the lead on a header, and then the game got really interesting in the second half because it was an own goal by Egypt that tied it up. And after that, it became a tense affair, back and forth, not knowing how it would end up. But it goes to penalty kicks, and that's when Egypt shined. They did not miss one of them, and that netted them their first ever trip to the round of 16, winning over Australia on penalty kicks.
And now the celebration, Joe. Egypt fans roared here at Texas Live after the win. They told me they will never forget the joyful moment in North Texas. Many of them traveled here from Egypt and around the world to support their team. You talk about pride as their country is headed to the round of 16 for the first time in their 92-year history at the World Cup. They will now face the winner of Argentina's game with Cape Verde next Tuesday, and that Argentina-Cape Verde game happening right now, Joe.
And listen, I just want to soak in those images because victory has never tasted as sweet as it did right there for those Egyptian fans. They've never been here before. You know, it's like new love. It's the first time they get an opportunity to end up in the round of 16, and they'll never forget being right here in North Texas.
And I'm glad you said that, Joe, because Chris, every fan I spoke with said, we love Dallas. We love North Texas. We will forever be grateful this moment happened right here. Back to you.
Boy, you just love to hear that. Thanks so much, guys. I think that's been one of the most incredible parts of this World Cup is getting that feedback from all these people around the world. I want to give you a live look now at Addison Circle Park, where the city just kicked off its annual Kaboom Town celebration about an hour ago. It's been a tradition in North Texas for about 41 years, and organizers expect to welcome 500,000 people over the next few days. Kaboom Town was recently ranked the 4th best fireworks show in the country, and you can watch it get underway a few hours from now at 9:30 p.m. Anything folks need to be aware of, Jesse, if they're outside tonight?
Just the heat. That's all. It's going to stay in the 90s even through fireworks time, as it's still in the middle and upper 90s in North Texas. It'll be in the low 90s by the time the fireworks take off. It's 96 right now at our WFAA studios in Dallas. South winds at 10 miles an hour. We see some spotty rain in East Texas. Watch here from Van Zandt County up into Lamar County, and then east from there. That's where the rain is, and that's where it stays this evening. So Kaboom Town and Addison, no problems. Anything you're doing this evening, no problems other than the warmth. Even when the sun goes down, it's still in the 90s, so you have to keep that in mind. Stay hydrated, of course. This is that time of the year. You got to keep that in mind. We get into the afternoon on Saturday for the 4th. It's a repeat. More spotty showers and a few thunderstorms pop up with the highest concentration east of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Won't rule out one skimming into parts of the Metroplex. Tomorrow it's 10%. Sunday it's 10%. It's hot. Both days close to 100 degrees. Sunday we'll say 100 with south winds 5 to 10. It'll be a hot and humid weekend. Some more rain chances, more heat too. The 14-day forecast coming up.
Now to a live look at our two major airports, DFW and Dallas Love Field. Hundreds of thousands of travelers are expected to pass through over the holiday weekend. And we just checked, there are no significant cancellations or delays. TSA agents already screened nearly 3 million people nationwide Thursday, a robust start to the holiday travel rush. 19 million people are expected to pass through security checkpoints through July 6th, and the agency made some upgrades ahead of the World Cup to prepare for this surge. Fort Worth-based American Airlines says it's one of the busiest periods of the year.
Since last Thursday through Monday, July 6th, We are operating over 10,600 departures, serving over 230 destinations each day, and that's on over 930 daily departures here.
DFW airport officials are expecting nearly 2 million people through Monday, and they're advising you to arrive a couple hours early to ensure a smooth departure. Right now, AAA estimates over 5 million Texans will be traveling, with most of them hitting the road. Here's Stacia Wilson with an update on the evening rush.
Yeah, just taking a look outside with our cameras right now, understandably so. Seeing some extra traffic in the Arlington area, looking close to I-30 and the 360 intersection there. So I-30, especially on the eastbound side, traffic a little heavier just north of Dallas Stadium. The rest of the Metroplex, today is not supposed to be the busiest travel day. That was yesterday. You can expect another round on Sunday when everybody's heading back. But as far as any type of congestion problems, we're seeing right now a slight slowdown right along I-20, right around the Grand Prairie area on the eastbound lanes as you are just kind of crossing over PGBT. No major backup, so that is really the only issue we're seeing. Traffic also a little heavier around downtown Dallas at the I-30, I-45 interchange, where they're doing a lot of road work still. If you plan to travel tomorrow or return home or go, I guess really anywhere on Sunday, those are the times that it's going to be busier. The best time to leave tomorrow on Sunday, after 3 tomorrow and before noon on Sunday. Chris?
All right, thanks, Stacia. Now to a developing story in Parker County, where one person was rushed to the hospital after a helicopter crash. It happened this afternoon in the small town of Springtown. Tonight, Scoop Jefferson has new information from investigators as well as an update on the pilot's condition.
Investigators have spent the last couple of hours here trying to determine why the aircraft went down. You could see a small helicopter behind me just across the airstrip with tree limbs and leaves entangled in the wreckage. Emergency crews got the call about the helicopter going down Friday afternoon on McBoyd Road. This happened on the property of the Texas Classic Aircraft Service. The pilot landed at the private airstrip and was repositioning to refuel, state police say, when a blade struck a tree. The pilot went to the hospital after suffering minor injuries. Firefighters and police remained at the crash site investigating the incident. As with any aircraft incident, the crash will be investigated by the National Transportation Safety Board. A neighbor who knows the actual owner of the helicopter told me that the owner was not on board, and thankfully that the pilot, when he got in trouble in the air, was not that high off the ground before the helicopter crashed. In Parker County, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
July 3rd will always be an extremely difficult day for a lot of families here in Texas. A year ago today was the last time they heard a loved one's voice or hugged them. The next morning, torrential rain turned the Guadalupe River into a rushing wall of water. 27 campers and counselors were killed at Camp Mystic, and we asked their families how they wanted to remember the girls. Some sent us photos or video clips, while others tried to describe their daughters and what it means to lose them.
We love her, and life is never going to be the same without her, but my God, what a great girl.
Yeah, she made a mark on this world in her 9 years. We miss her so much.
Coming up tonight on WFAA News at 10, you'll hear more from these families in their own words, and we'll never forget the victims of last summer's flood.